has been one of TV's best shows ever to be aired on television. It was critically acclaimed and truly a marvel, and is, in my opinion, one of the best shows ever made. I didn't expect much from Bosch when it first started, but as I played the first few episodes I immediately binge-watched it and got hooked. Now, 7 seasons later, I can say that The Wire has some serious competition, and that competition is, of course, Bosch. Bosch brings us the story of Harry Bosch, a hard-headed LA homicide detective played by the always cool Titus Welliver, who just can't let things go. He lives in his $1 million mansion, which he acquired after he successfully had a movie made about him. Though Bosch tries to do things by the book, he often finds himself having to bend the law to see that bad people come to justice. He has an ex-wife, working for the FBI, and a daughter who we will see grow up over the course of the series. Things will happen. Dreadful things, exciting things, all kinds of things. Each season brings us a main case Bosch and his partner Jerry Edgar, played by Jamie Hector, who was in The Wire, are trying to solve, mixed with some interpersonal relationships and other problems our characters and side characters have to deal with. There's the tough, tight-assed Irving, played by Lance Reddick, who is also an actor from The Wire and unfortunately typecast, as he plays pretty much the same person in many other shows and movies. Irvine's favorite catchphrase is "fucking Bosch," as he tries to deal with his own political ambitions and the fallout Bosch causes wherever he goes. There's Lieutenant Grace Billets, who runs the station and tries to keep things from falling apart. The two-faced lawyer played by Mimi Rogers, who shifts alliances whenever it suits her, and of course the comedic duo detectives Johnson and Moore, who also have to deal with some good old cop stuff. These and many other characters take you along in an excellently written story that is smart, challenging and exciting. It should come to no surprise that this series is based on a series of books by Michael Kinley, and it shows. For the sake of completion, I will now give you a short summary of each season without giving out too much, something to whet your appetite even more. If you don't wish to hear this, please mute and come back after I put this board down. Season 1 brings us the case of a murdered child who was abused, something that hits home very hard for Harry Bosch. Season 2 continues from the finale of the first one and finds Bosch investigating a body stuffed in a trunk, which brings our detectives on a path they didn't expect. Bosch also continues to solve a cold case that lies close to his heart. Season 3 ramps up the amount of plots and subplots and is a wee bit hard to explain, but suffice to say that despite having a lot of plates in the air, you won't find one dropping and breaking on the floor. By now you'll be invested in the show and characters and wanting more plates. Season 4 gives us the case of an attorney being killed on the Angels Flight Railway along with the railway operator. Bosch and Edgar, who has to deal with some problems from the previous season, go out and find out what's up. Season 5 starts with a flash forward of Bosch being on a plane and going Jack Bauer on the passengers, only to do the unimaginable. Cue to months before, where we see the story ramp up to that event and beyond. Flash forwards are overdone and often annoying, but this one had me forget all about the cliché copyright S of other shows. Season 6 finds Bosch taking on multiple cases as he is told to investigate the murder of a medical physicist, leading him to the theft of cesium, which has atomic and therefore possible lethal applications. Season 7 finally lands us close to our own lovely 2020. We get a shortened season and some forebearings to the start of the pandemic. This season his Bosch and CO investigate a arson where a little girl was killed due to both negligence and gang-related reasons. Like said, these are just rough outlines of the seasons because a lot more goes on during the delightful hourly episodes. Season 7, in my opinion, is the weakest of the seasons, but mainly because it only has 8 episodes except of the 10 episodes of all other seasons. This of course is due to restrictions, but the effect is that the actual case feels a bit simple in comparison to other seasons. There is also less setup for future seasons, which make you miss the full rich dinner that was season 1 to 6. This season feels like a Caesar salad where previously you had steak dinner and all kinds of goodness. Caesar salad is still damn good though, but it's a salad for Pete's sake. Regardless, Season 7 wraps up the story of Bosch for a reason. A spin-off was announced with Madeline Lintz, who plays his daughter Madeline, which raised some worries with me, seeing how many series and movies these days prefer to move aside the main character and hero for one of the lesser characters, making her the hero. Maddie and the lovely Madeline Lintz would deserve better than just to be propped up by placing her above Bosch, especially cause we have seen her grow over the course of the series to a strong and smart woman. Thankfully, later articles noted that Harry Bosch and Titus Welliver would return and that they would focus on. We'll find out by watching the show. Needless to say that Bosch will continue, though different but hopefully the same. I'm looking forward to it, and I sincerely hope that they do not change anything of the formula that made Bosch such a great show. Underrated and maybe underappreciated, but definitely a true gem. Do yourself a favor and go watch Bosch. Smash that